Hello, Ron.
Come down. I can see you and hear you now.
Hello, Ron. There you are.
Yep.
Yes. Very good. So,
Mhm.
how's everything, Ron?
Yeah, about the same. Can't complain. It doesn't. Arthritis doesn't improve at my stage in life. The question is, how slowly does it get worse? Hold on.
You look so eloquent navigating with your ski poles, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No,
And
no
I had a good.
eloquence there. I really have to admire you.
I worked out today for about an hour. A whole
Very
set
good.
of exercises which really strengthen all the lower part of your body. Your
Mhm.
feet, your ankles, your leg muscles, your calves, and so forth. It's a good program. Takes me about an hour to do the routine.
Yeah.
I usually do that every second day. And then intermediate days, I go on the treadmill and maybe walk for about, half an hour or something. I walk for about a mile, roughly, something like that.
Mhm. 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 Very good. Very good. Well, I'm down by the bluffs in Scarberia there, and I threw my knee out a little while. You probably remember I was walking with a cane, but I've discarded the cane now, and I've put a knee brace in. But I started walking. The first day I could walk for about 10 minutes, right? And a lot of pain. And then the
Yeah.
next day about half an hour. And right now I'm up to about an hour and a half, and I'm doing it
What
almost
kind,
every second day.
yeah, what kind of knee brace is it?
Oh, it's just something I got from Walmart, just an elastic knee brace.
Oh, okay.
Well, what happens is nothing is wrong when I threw my knee out. Nothing is broken.
Mm.
But if I do, I was trying to do yoga and I threw my knee out and I couldn't walk. I couldn't put any
Yep,
weight on it,
that's
and
yep.
so I had to bring the joint
Mm,
back into
yep.
alignment, and now it's fine, right?
That's part of my trouble. My right knee is not stable.
Right.
And every time I'll be walking and suddenly feel it doesn't give me any support.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
however, mm-mm.
Well, yeah, I just got a little, the Walmart elastic, whatever,
Yep,
it
yep,
was about 20. Oh, I'm sorry, Shoppers Drug Mart. It was $20 or something.
yep. I've seen those. I've seen various kinds. I was with my orthopedic surgeon the other day talking about braces, and unfortunately, my knee is
Well, you're
swollen
going to have to
rather
do it on
badly.
there if you haven't
So
got
if I
it.
put a brace on, it won't stick in place. It tends to slide down my leg.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, I'm going to keep looking into it.
Okay, well, good luck.
Mhm,
You look
mhm.
so eloquent with your ski poles.
Yeah.
I love seeing you with your ski poles.
Mhm.
Hello, everybody.
Tell them you
Thank you.
have it on your laptop.
Hi, this is Sandy speaking. I don't have it on my laptop, so I'm going to use my cell phone.
Okay,
Okay.
very good.
I gotta tell you, when you go to bingo at 10 o'clock in the morning, holy crap, it's a pretty quiet place.
What is it?
William and I were there this morning. There is no bingo, it doesn't start till 1. So
Oh,
there
okay.
was like 2 people playing slot machines,
Wow.
Yeah.
whole lot of staff, and Norma and I wandering around.
Yeah. Well,
But it,
well, what can you do, right?
Mhm.
Very good, very good.
it just made the time go very slowly when you got absolutely nothing to do or nobody to watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, so I'm just looking at the speaker today. Her name is Faridah Saadat. And she's going to talk about elder care facilities and different situations. My own mother, she's 99. She's going to be 100 in November, and we're planning a 100th birthday for her.
Oh, yeah.
So it's we're doing all kind, but she's in the facility now in Guildwood,
Oh,
a
yes.
very high-end facility. It's called Venvi,
Mhm.
and again, it's very high-end, but very nice, very nice.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Good.
So we'll see. You know,
What's the name of the organization that runs it, Walter? Do you know?
called Venvi Guildwood, Venvi,
Oh,
VN,
yeah. Bendy. Oh, yes. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Venvi
Mm.
Guildwood. Yeah.
Mm.
I think it used to be Thornbury or something. It was run by another group, and Venvy was the name change they just only a few months ago.
Mhm.
So this seems to be a growing industry for elder care facilities, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's a lot of older hotels and motels and such
Yeah.
are being turned into elder care
It's
facilities.
it's a growth business.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, there's a big need, I guess, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Gonna get bigger as we're an aging population.
yeah, yeah. Well, what's
Mhm.
interesting, my mother is saying that it is so expensive. You know, it's very expensive, but pretty much everybody there has sold a house, and with the proceeds of that, they're able to pay the rent
Yeah,
on this kind of a facility, right?
we've a few friends who've gone into Amica,
Yeah.
and it can usually cost around $10,000 a month, depending on your accommodation.
Yeah. Well, my mom is about 7.5. She's paying about 7.5
Okay.
a month. Yeah. So yeah. And she's got like a little suite, almost like a little a one bedroom
Yeah,
suite.
yes.
So you're our speaker there. Yeah, you must be Farida.
Hi, Walter. Yes, I am Frida.
Hello.
Mm.
I had a girlfriend in university. Her name was also Farida. You know,
Oh,
yeah, and you know, she was Trinidadian. You know,
oh, okay. That's very different.
yeah, yeah. Farida, yeah. So it's the first time I've seen that name. I said, oh, Farida. Oh, I know that name.
Yeah, and I don't hear very often that other people have met other Fridas, so it's nice to hear that.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, I've lost touch with her 50 years ago. You know, it was a long time. But
Mhm.
no, it was very nice. It was very nice, and you know, it's a memorable name.
Do you
Mm.
remember how she spelt it?
Well, she used to, well, we used to, similar to yours, but her last name was Lal, Farida
Mm,
Lal, you know,
Gotcha.
and again, she came out of Trinidad, basically. She's Trinidadian. Very
Yeah.
beautiful, you know, very beautiful. We were, you know, obviously going together all through university.
Mm-hmm.
So amazing.
And
Hello.
now, and now we have three Walters on the call.
Yeah, we have,
There you are. The
How
Holy
about you?
Trinity.
yeah, we have three Walters, Ferry there.
Yeah, the Trinity, you're right.
Wow. Walter is a popular name
Mhm.
It seems to
here,
be.
anyway.
We got
Well, looking at, I can see who's the Father, but who's the Holy Ghost?
The Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Well, Walter Senior, Walter Wells there, he's the father, obviously.
He's the Father, that's right.
I am the middle, and Walter J is our,
He's
you
the
know,
Son.
our junior Walter. Yeah.
he's
I
got to
just
be
I,
he's
I,
got to be
I,
the son.
Yep.
I just tag along.
Uh-huh.
So
Pretty soon we're gonna be a club with all Walters, right? That, yeah, you know, you
how do
can't
you tell each other apart?
get.
Well, Walter number one,
Walter
Walter
one,
number
two,
two,
and
and Walter number three.
Amazing, eh? Yeah.
Glasses. We put
And
on
we've
our
got
glasses.
and we have two Rons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you can call Walter Wells W squared.
Yes,
Yeah.
Or just WW.
I got that in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
But he's not as square as you think.
I've I've been trying to find a new license plate that's got a bit of smartass in it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are you
And
thinking?
it W2 was is one of the things that's working its way around.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Short
Yeah,
and simple.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
true. Very, very short and very simple. Hello, David.
Right.
He's down at the bottom there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Muted at the moment.
Okay.
How are you finding the workload, Walter? With new-
Well, it's kind of interesting. It's almost a full-time job. You know, there's some sort of an activity almost every day of the week.
Mhm.
You know, I'm quite enjoying it, and you know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, you know, I've done it before. Yeah, I did it about 15 years ago. I was president 15 years ago, so it's not a brand new thing there. So,
was it 15 years ago? It was close to, you and I were close together as
I think
president.
we were, yeah, we were, weren't we? Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about 15 years ago. Yeah, it's roughly when I was last president. Yeah, yeah.
When were you president, Ron?
1972, 73.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that's way beyond.
Maybe exactly the dark ages.
The dark. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow.
And then governor in 92, 93.
Mhm.
Oh,
uh-huh.
Very good.
what does everybody do? I'm curious.
Well, you mean
Well, I'm,
this is what? Well, most of us are retired. I
Oh,
guess
wow.
our club, but a lot of us tend to be, you know, in our later years or middle years or later years. So we're either retired or semi-retired.
yeah,
Oh, amazing.
I'm in the ninth inning, but I'm still doing a lot of volunteer work on water,
Ninth inning,
sanitation, and hygiene in the developing world.
Yeah. Wow.
You. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, my talk will be very relevant to this audience then.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yes.
So yeah, yeah,
I'm excited to talk to you all.
yeah. Very good. Very good.
And you're based here in Toronto?
I'm based in Mississauga,
Okay.
Okay.
but I used to at what point in my life I used to live at Yonge and Eglinton.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Right in
that's,
our neighborhood.
that's where I live.
Yeah,
So do I.
I
Yeah.
love that neighborhood. But
And that's where we,
I didn't like the construction though. I think it's
No.
still going on, isn't it?
it sure is. It's going on. I mean, the subway is creating a whole new area. That area, I think, will become as significant as the Bay Bloor area.
Mhm.
Oh, I think so
Wow.
too.
Where I live in Bay Bloor, but I can
Mhm.
see Yonge and Eglinton becoming very significant.
Yeah.
Well, we live, my wife and I live at Britton House, which is one block east and one block south of Yonge and Eglinton.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very close to where I used to live. I
Mm.
lived on Holly
One block east at Mount Pleasant.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Wow.
We as a club used to meet in the Eglinton area, hence the name of our club, Rotary Club of Toronto Eglinton.
Right.
We used to meet at the YMCA, which used to be there, roughly, what, maybe 20 young Eglinton East, something like that.
Right.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh,
Very cool. So
Now,
do you
when
ahead.
did you live in that area?
I lived there back in from 2013 to 2015.
Okay.
uh-huh.
Do you ever remember that delightful French restaurant, La Petite Place?
I remember a French restaurant. I forget if it was called that, but I remember there was a very popular French restaurant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It may have been that. Yeah.
And it might have changed the name because our office used to be there, but we moved from Yonge and Eglinton to downtown in roughly 1995, 96. So again, Petite Place was there, but you know there are many changes in the restaurant business.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I loved it there. There was a club there called Alley Cats, and I would go there and do
Yeah.
salsa dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the Daily Planet.
Yeah, and there's a St. Louis there.
Yeah.
The
And
wing.
French Italian restaurant, Grazie. I used to-
Grazie.
Yes,
And
of course.
that's still in business. There used to be a French restaurant,
Italian
La Grenouille, but
Yeah.
it shut down.
Yeah, that Italian restaurant was always packed. when I was there.
Yeah.
It was quite reasonably priced, so a lot of.
Yeah.
Rotary meeting.
I was young at the time. That's where a group we'd all go, right?
Three
Mhm.
walls. on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
There's Walter Wells,
Oh, yeah.
there's Walter Sotka,
Yeah.
and there's Walter Jersey.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, do you always meet online?
No, just once
No.
a month.
Just once a month
Once a
this
month.
way. We have 2 live meetings. We have 1 sort of evening meeting. We're trying different formats.
Yeah.
We used to do a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of hybrid meetings, where it was we'd have people signing in, but it got to be a little bit difficult to manage and run. So we're trying a couple of different formats. But right now we're on 2 live meetings a month, and 1 evening Zoom meeting, and then the 4th Wednesday of the month, we usually meet at a pub. We call it our Rotary After Hours, and it's social, basically. We just meet at a pub, essentially, right?
Are we only at the tennis club for lunch twice a month?
Right now we are, yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do you
So-
change the pub around, or is it the one?
No, it's what's the name of the pub?
Normally we took the Duke of Kent.
The Duke of Kent.
Duke of Kent, which is
Young
up Young, just
right.
it's like Young and Broadway.
Yeah, so you're welcome to join us. Usually the last Wednesday evening of the month and such. We're on the 2nd floor.
I may take you up on that offer.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds
Sure.
good.
I booked it because I do the booking. So come the last Wednesday, which is the 27th, I think. I don't have my calendar. Of this month, and we'll see you there. It's 5:30 to 7.
Okay.
5:30 to 7, yeah, and it's just everybody just comes. It's just a social.
Yeah.
It's just no agenda per se. We all enjoy each other's company, and it gives us a chance to tell our own stories.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Okay, as Sergeant at Arms, I think I'm going to get us started. We're a minute or 2 late already. And further to this discussion, this evening, Zoom is a fairly new endeavor for our members. So I'm sure some of them are going to keep trickling in here as we get started. And those who've forgotten about it altogether, I believe we're going to be recording your talk. Has that been discussed with you?
That was in the notice from David.
Okay, good. So then people will be able to catch it that way if they've let this opportunity go by. So welcome everyone to the Wednesday, September 10th meeting of Rotary Toronto Eglinton on Zoom this Wednesday evening. And welcome to you all, and especially to Joe Clark. Joe, it's always great to see you on Zoom. I'm glad you could make it to this meeting.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
And we'll be introducing our guest speaker formally in a few minutes. Jim Moore is scheduled to do that, and I do not see him online yet, but hopefully he will
I think
be along shortly.
I think he's in hospital.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
He was, what is he scheduled to do?
The introduction of our speaker.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
think-
okay.
I think I got a message from Stephen asking me if I would do that.
Oh, great.
So maybe,
Super.
but it was very late. I just got it a few minutes ago. So I had to, I didn't, at first I thought I was supposed to thank the speaker, but not, when I reread the message, it was to introduce the speaker. So I guess I've been recruited at the last
Okay.
minute.
Great. Just, yep, do what you can, Joe. I'll give you another minute or 2. Well, we like to start our meeting with a reflection. And here again, we may not have the signed person or somebody. Oh, here's Laura, just coming in right now. Laura, I know you're just arriving now. Are you prepared to share a reflection with us? You're on mute
you're
right
muted,
now.
Laura.
Yeah, maybe she's just not. not totally logged in yet. I guess a good chance while she's doing that to remind everyone that the purpose of the reflection is to draw us all together. We're busy and we're rushing, and we've come from all kinds of things in the last hour or during the day, so our minds are all over the place. And the purpose of the reflection is to allow us to pause and get centered on our meeting and what's going to happen. I know some of you who've done it, you've really taken the task to heart and researched and did all kinds of things. Almost in some cases they got a bit too long, but it's not from lack of trying. We really appreciate your effort. But a nice brief reflection is a good way to kick off the meeting. Laura, can I call on you now to share your reflection, please?
Thank you, Ron. Recently, when I visited a relative in the hospital, I saw a sign on the door of a hospital administrator, which ultimately I found uplifting. And since we all face challenges in life, I will share it with you today in the hope that you will find comfort in it as well when need be. The quote said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have."
Thank you, Laura.
Interesting.
That is profound and a very effective reflection. Thank you. We're going to do our business later in the hour, so we'll be starting with our invited speaker. I don't think there's any other guests that have come in while I've been talking. Oh, looks good. So now I'd like to, at first, thanks to Joe for on very short notice taking on this role, stepping in for Jim Moore. So Joe, are you ready now to introduce our guest speaker, Faridah?
Yes, of course. It is my pleasure and my privilege to introduce Faridah Saadat, who is a member and actually the International Service Committee Director of the Rotary Club of Toronto. She's has a rather checkered background. She had her undergraduate degree was in biochemistry, but has a graduate degree in biotechnology. But very soon after she graduated, she became involved in healthcare matters, and specifically the problems of the aged, and spent some years working with IBM when IBM got involved in this kind of healthcare initiative. Some of it didn't work out as well as might have been hoped, but in summary, she spent the years probably from 2016 to 2023 with some element of IBM and their healthcare initiative. And in about a year ago, she founded and is the CEO of a company called Golden Age and Living Ability, focusing on the challenges of navigating the healthcare requirements of elderly patients or elderly citizens, which I found fascinating to read about. And I think that what she has to say about this will be of great interest to our club. So thank you very much, Faridah, for addressing our club.
Can I ask everyone to mute themselves in respect to our speaker this evening? We think there's not going to be any interruptions until there is, and the dog barks or something happens. So please mute yourself. And Frida, we're ready for you to take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that introduction, Joe. I really appreciate it. Just one minor correction there. I think I'm no longer an international service director of a Rotary Club. That was ages ago. But I'm always, a Rotarian at heart. I want to say, good evening to everyone. It's really great to be here presenting to fellow Rotarians after many years. It's been 10 years since my time at the Rotaract Club of Toronto. And it's an honor to be here to tell you a bit about my company. We are GALA. By the way, I am sharing my screen. Are you able to see a presentation up? Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. As I was saying, we are GALA, or Golden Age and Living Ability. We're an age tech startup out of Mississauga, serving Canada. But before we get any further, I would like to start off with a question. How many of you have been a caregiver or are taking care of an older adult right now? Maybe a spouse or your parent or a sibling or another loved one. If you wouldn't mind raising your hand.
Does the care for yourself count?
Yes, absolutely, Joe. Okay. So quite a number of you. And if you wouldn't mind coming off mute and sharing with us, how did you navigate that? Where did you start?
Who's gonna start here?
If you feel more comfortable writing in the chat, please do so.
I'll start if you want.
Sure.
It was my sister. She was living in a house in Mississauga. She was way overweight. She was getting dementia. She was getting taken by people who come around and ask her if she needs a new roof and then charge her for getting it done. So what we did was we helped her sell her house. We've moved her into assisted living, and we're doing our best to make sure everything's happy there. So far, so good.
That's amazing, Thomas. Anybody else?
Yes.
When my wife, who died incidentally 8 years ago, almost to the day, she had chronic COPD, and health was deteriorating. So, but she continued to live at home, but we brought her bed down from upstairs from the bedroom into the living room and almost converted the ground floor to a self-contained apartment for her.
Great. That's
Well,
an excellent example. Walter.
Yes.
I'm
W.
attending here from Britton House, a retirement home, and which houses 200 of us. 3 years ago, my wife began to have difficulties with Alzheimer's, and we moved here to reduce her everyday responsibilities. And the Alzheimer's has continued to progress, but it's working out quite well for the two of us to be here at Britton House. There's lots of help, lots of company, and we could probably be comfortable here for the rest of our lives.
Okay, that's amazing, Walter. And I'm happy that you have a great place like that helping you. Laura.
My mom has taken ill for the last year and a half or so. We are taking care of her at home. Our living room is also kind of her center, her bedroom, and where she has access to care when it comes at home. We are taking her at home, taking care of her at home. And we are relying on each other, and we're navigating the healthcare system, getting help from the healthcare system, from doctors, referrals, and whoever comes to our home for her to care for her, then the care that she needs, especially.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. That's an excellent example.
Mhm.
Anybody else? Yes, Lisa.
So my situation is a little bit different. I am the primary caregiver for a special needs adult. She is intellectually disabled, has bipolar disorder and epilepsy. And when my marriage ended, my mother moved in with us for 3 years. And then as a concerned for her care during 2020, during COVID, I decided it would be best if she was moved into a retirement home because I was concerned that the young people that I live with might make her so ill that she didn't survive COVID. So I actually moved her into a retirement home where she gets more assistance. Not that I couldn't have given it to her, but I was concerned about her health.
Right. That's great. Wonderful. So it sounds like we're hearing, different stories, where each of you are from what I hear, have navigated it on your own. So when you're driving a car, this is an analogy that I like to use just so you can, get a picture of what GALA does. When you're driving a car, you have a GPS that guides you to where you're going. You can think of GALA as your personal GPS when it comes to navigating your journey in elder care in Canada. Navigating the system can be confusing and overwhelming. And with GALA, we are reimagining it to be simple, transparent, and something that can maybe even be celebrated like your golden years should be. My name is Faridah Saadat, and I'm the founder and CEO of GALA. I have a background in management consulting, and I've worked in the private, public, and nonprofit sectors of the life sciences and health tech space for the past 20 years. I have personal experience with my grandma, whose care I was involved in for many years. And most recently, we had to make a decision to find alternative care for her. Navigating that journey with my grandma is the inspiration behind GALA. The purpose of today's presentation is to show you how we are reimagining elder care navigation in Canada and to gather feedback so that we can ultimately create a product that can be valuable for everyone. So the agenda is as follows. We'll do a hopefully 10 to 15 minute presentation that includes showing you a prototype, and we will follow that with a Q&A. I've changed the slide there. I hope that you can all see that. Your golden years are your retirement years, or when you want to do all the things that you couldn't do while you were working. It's a beautiful time filled with freedom, possibility, and joy. It's a time that we're all looking forward to. I sure am anyway. There are many positive emotions attached to it, and that should be the case. But the reality of it is, slowly but surely, you're going to need more support. And sometimes that comes in fits and starts or irregular bursts of activity, and all of a sudden you might have a fall or you need more support next week than you needed last week. And that impacts not only yourself as an elder, but also the people who love you, those around you, and those who want the best for you. GALA is here to support both the elder and their families in this aging process. We want to set the stage of our offering by introducing you to Michelle. Her problem is not unique, and it's one that many Canadians face. It's a problem that GALA wants to tackle. Michelle is 51 years old with 3 young kids. She has parents in their 80s. Michelle is married, and both her and her husband have full-time jobs that are demanding. When they're available, they will be there to help their parents, but a lot of times they can't be there for them. Michelle's father has dementia, and she needs to find him a nursing home. A nursing home or a long-term care home is subsidized by the government, and it's for people who are not able to live independently. Nursing homes offer an all-inclusive set of services that includes meals, professional nursing care, and all the activities required for daily living. The case coordinator advised Michelle to choose 5 nursing homes from a list, and when one becomes available, Michelle will be notified. Michelle has no idea which nursing homes to choose. She thinks to herself, why does this have to feel like another job? While a bed becomes available, Michelle's father needs help at home. They have maxed out the free care services on Ontario Health at Home, and her mom needs more help for her dad. She decides to get some private care. There's so many care provider options. Michelle doesn't know where to start. Ontario Health at Home has received Michelle's application of the 5 chosen nursing homes. And once a bed becomes available, the nursing home will notify Ontario Health at Home, who will ultimately make the placement decisions. Because of the long wait lists at the nursing homes, Michelle is also considering finding a suitable retirement home, and she will have to call around and do tours. Who has time for all of that? Similar to Ontario Health at Home, private care homes are managing their wait lists either manually or on systems that are not transparent. Michelle has no idea where she is on the wait list at these homes, and she doesn't know who to contact to find out. The care coordinator asks Michelle to wait until a bed becomes available. So that's a lot for Michelle to take on, for anyone to take on. The way the system is set up today, we are expected to take on this extra work. There are even caregiving courses that teach you how to be a caregiver. But what if it didn't have to be this hard? What if it could be easier, less of a burden? What would that look like? Michelle's problem was a prevalent theme from the interviews we did with caregivers and care providers. A caregiver is typically referred to a family member or friend taking care of the elder. A care provider is a professional, like a personal support worker, that has the credentials to take care of the elder. 89% of caregivers mentioned caregiver strain, fatigue, and guilt. 78% mentioned information opacity and how difficult it is to navigate the system. The need for trust and vetting of care providers was paramount. Although for the majority of people, they trusted the care provider coming into their home, like we trust doctors we don't know operating on us. 67% of caregivers were excited about on-demand support in the form of an app. 75% of the care providers we interviewed were eager to take on side gigs to supplement their income. When we saw this data, we started imagining what we could create that would address these themes. We want to introduce you to a solution called GALA. At GALA, we are rebuilding the model of how families navigate elder care by making it simple, transparent, and a celebratory event. Our mission is to empower families with personalized, trustworthy elder care guidance, matching them to the right support at the right time with clarity, compassion, and ease. GALA is the GPS for elder care in Canada, a centralized, trusted platform where families turn for clarity, support, and connection. While we are working hard to launch our web platform, we are offering a concierge service that informs the refinement of the platform. The concierge service includes offering customized services to clients that will help them navigate the system in the form of consulting, reporting, and coordination. As an example, we recently conducted an analysis and review of the long-term care homes in Mississauga and Oakville and ranked them based on various parameters such as quality metrics, inspection reports, level of care, location, Google reviews, employee reviews, and so on. Another example is many people don't have a primary contact at the home. Or maybe their primary contact is not available. So there's no one to call when there's questions or guidance needed by the long-term care homes or retirement homes. We can be there for that. Or do you think that your loved one is not being cared for in the home? We can come in as a third party and do an assessment and provide recommendations to the family. I would love for us to take a look at the prototype that we're developing so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna change my screen. Let's see. Okay, I think. Okay, here we go. I think that should do it. Okay, is everybody able to see welcome to your care journey?
Yes.
Okay, great. So when people like Michelle log into our platform, this is what they're going to see. There are different sections, a profile section where Michelle's Michelle's father's information is populated after an intake form. So once they our intake form would be part of this process, and it would look something like this. Sorry. Trying to get to the other tab here. Okay, here we go. All right, are you able to see the intake form?
Yes.
Okay, so the intake form would ask some questions like, what type of care are you looking for? In Michelle's situation, she's looking for both, but for simplicity's sake, we'll just pick on the care providers. Then you can go through all these questions. What is the name? What is the gender, date of birth? What is the address? What's your relationship to them? Phone number, any relevant files that you want to include. What's a person's current mobility status or cognitive status, any other important information or context that you'd like to share with the care provider or the care home. Any the care provider's preferences would then be checked off in terms of like what types of assistance are needed. Is it feeding, bathing, or all of them? The more information you provide for this intake form, the better the platform will be able to match you to the right type of care. So after you go through all of this, after this intake form, it would auto-populate it in the profile section. And same with the care provider section and the care home section. So all that information would be populated, and you would be able to then go and view your matches. So in terms of Michelle's situation, she's looking for a care provider, and her perfect match happens to be, so all of that information would be auto-populated, and then the system would show her perfect match for the times that she needs a care provider. And in this case, it happens to be Aza. She would accept that match, and she would be able to message the caregiver directly on the platform. Same with the care home section. If she wants a care home, whether it's a nursing home or a long-term care home or another type of home, the system, or like an inclusive later life or community-based small home, the system would be able to match her to the type of home that meets her needs and that has the availability. And they would be able to apply and message the care home all in one system. So this platform is solving for the fragmented system that currently exists, where you have to make different phone calls and go from this place and that place and talk to different people in different places. This kind of brings everything together. And we're also trying to bring transparency to the waitlist situation as well. So in terms of, so you would be able to see your applications and wait lists, and you would be able to see position on the wait list as well. This is our vision and aspiration for us to bring that level of transparency with this platform. You'd also be able to see where your caregiver is, or if they're en route to you, you'll be able to see that they're en route and when they're going to arrive. Let's now go into the messages section, because the messages section is a unique feature that will allow you to communicate with all the different stakeholders that are helping in your loved one's care, all in one system. So you'll be able to communicate with the care provider, Aza, and you can coordinate when they can come and meet. You'll be able to speak with Ontario Health at Home. the retirement home or the nursing home as well. And you can talk to us as well if there are any issues coming up. Then we also have a resources hub where it's going to look different than this. Essentially, it's going to be a map of Canada, and you'll be able to click on the different provinces and see all the elder care resources around the country. So that's our aspiration for that. That's what we're currently working on. Yeah, so that's what the platform looks like. I will now switch to the presentation again. So GALA is a unique offering, and there's nothing like GALA on the market right now. Our competitors are other platforms that won't send you the perfect match. They'll overwhelm you with too many options that you don't know how to choose from. They are adding to the burden instead of taking it away. GALA gives you what you need without the overwhelm. It's an all-in-one solution system for navigating your elder's care journey. This is my team that's helping me build the platform. They're a team of young professionals with a passion for technology and the elder care system. They're super talented and passionate about our vision. We have a rolling cohort of interns. And our advisors have been very gracious with their input and time. We have an elder care expert and a former director at long-term care in Carolyn, a corporate tech whiz in Beirut, and a startup marketing director in Clemens. And we're working with Innovation Factory, which is an accelerator. So at this time, our main ask is for critical feedback to make this solution the best it can be, and for it to be a leader in the navigation of elder care. I'll stop there, and I would love to, hear your thoughts, feedback, make it as critical as possible. I'd be happy to hear it. Yeah.
Okay, Farah, it's Walter Sotka here.
Hi, Walter.
Yeah, so in our discussion beforehand, I was talking about my mother who's 99 right now, and
Yeah.
she's in a facility in Guildwood called Venvi. And it's quite an expensive facility, and they've actually just raised the price as of last month. And what she's essentially, she's got almost a one-bedroom apartment. And again, she has all her meals served downstairs in the cafeteria. She navigates with a walker, and they have bingo games, and they have movies, and they have all kinds of activities for the elders there, and social nights, and a lot of different things. And the reason she went there was because my brother's father had also gone there, and they quite like it. But it is rather expensive. It's about $7,500 a month.
Mhm.
And what my mother is finding is that actually a lot of her neighbors are finding that it's overwhelming. They can't afford it anymore. It's a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful facility, but it is at the high end of the market. And again, a lot of people are having a hard time. And for the most part, people that are there have sold a house or a condo or something, and using their savings, this is what they're financing their elder care with, right? So it's a little bit, strange, I guess, looking at it that way. And again, it overwhelms a lot of people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I hear that a lot, and not a lot of people can afford a price like that.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
it might be challenging. There are other options. I have heard of Guildwood, and it's a very nice facility from what I hear. What are you thinking, Walter? Are you thinking about moving her?
Well, she's happy where she is, and right now it is affordable, but again, she's only moved in there about 6 months ago.
Right.
And again, she just sold her condo, and pretty much the proceeds of her condo are going into subsidizing this.
Right.
And again, you know, she's 99, she'll be 100 in November. And again, we're not sure how long she'll be around, but she's quite happy right now and she's maintaining. But every other month, she's getting a bit of an increase. And again, a lot of her neighbors and a lot of her friends are moving away because they can't afford it anymore. They've realized it's way too much. It's over the top, and so.
Yeah.
But,
For sure, for sure. And, you know, retirement homes operate differently than long-term care. With long-term care, there's that all-inclusive set of services and everybody pays the same price.
right.
Whereas with retirement home, depending on the level of service you need, it can be different price. So your mom being 99, she probably needs a lot more services than somebody else in that home. So she may, they may add on.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, essentially, she's still moving around. She doesn't want to cook anymore, but effectively, somebody does come in her twice a week and gives her a bath,
Yeah.
gives her a shower and a bath and such. So she needs help with that, you know. But otherwise, she is still quite strong, quite independent.
Are there any other questions or comments, feedback for Faridah?
I see some hands. Let's go with Laura. Laura? We don't hear you, Laura.
You have to unmute yourself, Laura, for this part.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. You mentioned that you work with Ontario healthcare providers, Ontario at Home Care. My question is, how do you source and vet your healthcare providers, and what is the cost to your services?
Well, that's a very good question, Laura. In terms of vetting, we would go through an intake form similar to what you saw. So that intake form would be for Michelle, but we have a similar type of intake form for the care provider, where it asks a series of questions about, you know, their schooling, their credentials, are they part of HISCAPOA or, other what's the other accreditations, Canada, bodies like that. So that's one way. And also we'll do police checks and that sort of thing. In terms of our price, it depends. If you're looking for a matching service, that would be different than, you know, a concierge or consulting service. So it would just depend on what you're looking for exactly. But for the platform, which, you know, we haven't launched, we are looking at different business models. And ideally, we want the platform to be free to everybody. And then if there's you know, some features may be a paid feature. So that's that sort of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My question has more to do with well, you were asking for some feedback. We are, those of us who are new to this, we don't have as much information as maybe people who've been in caring for others for a while, and it would be really helpful to have on your service, particularly in the free part, just general information about what levels of service there are, what's available. Like, for instance, my mother's in a retirement home, and she's paying about $7,000 a month. And my understanding is that that's fairly typical for for-profit retirement homes. And then my understanding is that you are either in a for-profit retirement home or you qualify for a funded long-term care bed where there's wait lists, etc. But if there's things in the middle, you know, if in the case of folks who find themselves not being able to afford the for-profit fee-for-service situation that they're in, what are their options? It would be good to have like a, here's where you might, I mean, obviously filling in your form and getting a match is one thing, but just even for the families to understand what the levels of care are that are available, who pays for them, what you might expect to pay in a range. Obviously, as you point out, it depends on the kind of services you're getting. It's the same when you're providing services to folks in the intellectually handicapped areas. If they don't need a lot of personal support, then they don't spend as much as those who do need it.
Right.
But it just some education part of this, as well
Yeah.
as a matching service, would be
Yeah.
really helpful.
I love that, Lisa. Thank you for that feedback, because I think it's super relevant. And because we want to be that leader in navigation, education is definitely going to be part of it. We are going to have a chatbot available if for people who are not able to, navigate the site, or if they have any questions, they could go to the chatbot, and that would be a place for help. But also in the intake form, if there's other things that you need, you can always specify that, and we would be in contact. But also, yeah, you could always just, contact us directly, and we would have that conversation with you. But in terms of the platform would match you based on the information that you would give it. So if there is a price range that you're looking for, you mentioned your mother is in a retirement home that's $7,000. If you're looking for something less than that, then the platform would match you with options that would be available for,
Right.
maybe between 5,000 to, but yeah, I mean 7,000 is typical, but there are homes that can start at 4,000.
I see Joe Clark has a question.
Hi, Joe.
Unmute yourself, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
Joe.
Oops. In doing the research in preparation to introduce you, I was curious about this IBM program called Watson Health,
Okay.
and it didn't work out to be quite as successful as IBM expected it to be. And I'm wondering, what did you learn from that makes your program better?
That's a very astute question, Joe. Yeah, so back in 2015, IBM decided to get into the health data space, and they amalgamated, I think, 5 different health data companies and tried to bring them together to provide some services. And I was part of that acquisition with Truven Health Analytics. And just that amalgamation was like very challenging for the company. And it didn't become as profitable as they wanted it to be, and so they decided to just focus in other areas, in the cloud and consulting services, for example. So I actually ended up transitioning into global business services and doing consulting in tech. But what I learned from that, Joe, I was part of a division called Stakeholder Management Solutions, and one of the offerings that they had was a platform where they would create a platform for each pharmaceutical company and provide data in the form of like top key opinion leaders, like the top doctors for each therapeutic area, right? So they would do that level of research, and they would crawl data sources, and they would have an algorithm, and they would do a ranking of all these doctors, right? And they would create this platform, and I would have to put all of that together, and I would create this platform, and then I would present to the pharmaceutical companies, and I would educate them on how to use it. And so from that, actually, I learned how to do like ranking, like I spoke about that we've developed a ranking report for nursing homes. So that thinking and knowledge comes from the work that I did.
And why did it fail?
It didn't fail. Another company acquired it.
Yeah, it's one of the characteristics of free enterprise.
Still going. It's just, another Aviva, a bigger company in that market, gobbled it up, and that's a story there. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was an
Oh,
interesting time. Learned a lot.
You've in your presentation, you spoke mostly about residential care, but what about home care? Is your company, what does your company do with regard to navigating home care resources and requirements?
Yeah, such a great question, Joe. So home care and matching people to care homes, we do both of that. So what we're trying to do is centralize the system, because both of these components are important, right? And they're fragmented. Like there's, I think, like something like 7,000 care home operators in Canada, right? So what we want to do, our vision is bringing them all to one place, which would be GALA. And so they would have their care providers, and they would be on our platform, and we would match you to your perfect care provider based on availability, based on the types of services that they offer and the types of services you need. So that's what we're trying to do there.
This is an initiative that's made to order for artificial intelligence.
Correct. Yeah.
To what extent are you exploring the application of AI in your managing your business?
Oh, we're all in with AI. I mean, our matching algorithm and our secret sauce will be based on AI.
What is your source of revenue?
We're actually pre-revenue right now, Joe, because we haven't launched the platform. We have this prototype that I showed you. We are hoping to launch by end of the year.
Mhm.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut off this interesting question and answer session.
Yeah.
And Faridah, we have Sandy, who's going to thank you on behalf of all of us. Sandy?
Yes, on behalf of our Rotary members who've listened to your talk today, it's been very fascinating to see what's available and how we can make use of it. So we thank you so much for taking the time and bringing us closer to where we're going to be very soon. I'm 87 myself, and my wife is 86. So it's very relevant to my needs right now, and I'm sure many others in our Rotary Club feel the same way. So please, thank you very much indeed, and we hope that everything is going to go well for you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here. I encourage everyone to check out our website, www.galacares.com, and put yourselves on the wait list for updates and information.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Thanks,
And that website address is in the chat. So you can see it and link to it from there. So Faridah, as you probably know, Rotary has some business to conduct, and you're welcome to stay and be part of the rest of our hour. Or if you need to get away, we understand that young entrepreneurs have more than enough to do 24/7.
I have two little ones who are waiting to hug me. So I'll tend to them and put them to bed. Thanks, everyone. So nice meeting you all, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Terrific. Before we turn it over to our president, Walter Sadka, is there anybody who has a burning need to share a happy buck type announcement or a birthday? I know that today is Jackie Scrogie's birthday, and that is why she's not able to join us on Zoom. She is, as we speak, celebrating her birthday with family. Is there any other birthdays that we've just missed or coming up this week, or any other Happy Buck announcements to be made?
Not really.
Okay, no problem. President Walter Zadka, do you want to take it away? And if there's any committee reports to be done, they can do it as part of your agenda for the rest of the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Okay, so any committee chairs that want to present, Glenn or anybody? No, anybody have a report or anybody want to present something? We don't have to, it's not absolutely necessary. But next week, again, we have another live meeting at the Toronto Lawn Tennis Club. So again, tonight's meeting has been very, very profitable, very, very well attended. We've got, including our speaker, we had 16 people here. So it's working out there very, very well. There's still a sign-up sheet for the farmer's market there. We have the next week or two, we do have slots filled in, but we need people moving forward towards the end of September and into October. I think it'll be over by the end of October, I believe, is when our commitment with the farmer's market finishes. Anybody else have any thoughts or anything relevant to Rotary at this point? Okay, I guess that's pretty much it. I have very little to say. Again, things are moving on. There's a few things in the air that have to be discussed, but all is well. And well, everyone have a great week. Let's call the meeting to an end, I guess. Okay.
Great. See everyone
All
next
the
week at the tennis club.
Yeah, next
And
week at
Joe,
the
if you
tennis
want,
club.
if you want me to Zoom you in next week, even though we're officially maybe not doing hybrid at this point, I'll personally set up a Zoom camera for you, Joe. You can email me this week and we'll set that up.
Thanks
Or
very much.
anybody else.
Thank you very much, Ron.
If you could,
Great.
yeah. Thank you.
Have a good week, everyone. See
Okay,
you
all
next
the best.
Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.